Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stampin' with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I want to welcome you today to the Crafting Chronicles. It's our time to wander through the new annual catalog. So thank you so much for joining me. If you are here, give me a hello. Let me know that you're here and you're watching. And if you're watching the replay, say hello. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know where you're from. I always enjoy seeing where people have joined me from, what part of the world, really, because the beauty of the internet is that um, you can watch in your own time zone on your own available time, and it can be from anywhere in the world, and it just connects us all. Crafting connects us all, for sure. So anyway, say hello. I am just going to call this up on my tablet here so that I can see what's going on and see your comments as we go through. So as I said, welcome. This is the Crafting Chronicles, and we have been wandering our way through the new annual catalog. I was here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at this time. Well, today's Thursday, so I'm here now. And I will be here again tomorrow to wrap things up and finish off this week of touring new, fun products from the annual catalog. And there's no way I will get anywhere near touching on even half of them, but just picking out some highlights, and there'll be more as time goes on with my classes and my clubs and just general posting on social media and things. So if you are not a member of my mailing list, please stop over to greatstampingwithconnie.com and join my mailing list. And there you will be able to see everything that I have on the go, all my events and everything that is happening in my craft studio. So I invite you to do that if you have not already done so. Okay, let's flip down to the crafting area. There is that marvelous new annual catalog that we've been working through. And just before we get to more things today, I want to share with you once again this flyer for our online global retreat. Are you looking for a summer getaway, a summer escape into crafting fun? This is the place to go. Online global retreat, 4 demonstrators from around the world. Sarah from Australia, myself from Canada, Louise from the UK, and Terry from the US. We are coming together for our 4th global retreat, and this one is going to be even better than the last ones, we think. We've had so much fun, and we've listened to all of your feedback, and we're incorporating a number of things into our event this time that you asked for last time. We had a Zoom after party last time, and we will be doing that again because everyone really enjoyed it. We're also going to do a Zoom kickoff party this time. So give you a chance to see and meet us as well as your fellow crafters and just spend a little time hanging out, getting ready for the retreat. So lots of make and takes. You will get the whole retreat in a box and it will be delivered right to your door. The cost is $85 in Canada, but if you register before June the 5th or by June the 5th, you will get it for just $80. So you want to get registered sooner as opposed to later and save some money. And it doesn't matter where you are. If you are in any of these places, you can join under any of the demonstrators. So if you're watching this and you live in the UK, you can still fill out my form, and I will make sure from the back end that it gets to Louise and that your goodie box will be delivered to you in the UK, because we are not permitted to sell outside of our countries. So, but we've got it covered because we cover the world. Not quite the world, but we're very global, and we're very happy about that. So that is coming up. Okay. If you are a little more local than perhaps Australia, the US, or the UK, and you are anywhere near the Barrie area. So even if you're in the Toronto GTA area or up in Barrie, Simcoe, Muskoka, any of those things, there is a shop local market uh, that I will be at this Saturday. And I don't have the flyer for that printed, but you can find all of that information uh, on my social media under Great Stamping with Connie. So go to my Facebook page or my Instagram account, hashtag Great Stamping with Connie. You will find me everywhere under that. So, and there's a reminder, greatstampingwithconnie.com. That is my website, and that is where you can join my mailing list. Okay, so yesterday we started to look at some designer series paper. And in fact, yesterday's question of the day was, what is your favorite designer series paper? So if you haven't answered that question yet, make sure that you do so that you can have a chance to win a prize in my draw that I'm going to be holding for one draw for each question, which is for each day of my catalog chronicles this week. So yesterday's question was, what is your favorite designer series paper? So I thought we would take an up close look at a little bit more of the designer series paper, because it's, it might look nice in the catalog when you look at it here. Some of these you can tell they're going to be lovely, but they're hard to see. There's only a small piece of the pattern that is can be shown in the print here. If you go to my online store, you can see a larger picture of it, or you can look right here during the Catalog Chronicles. So this is, oh, thank you for the thumbs up. I'm glad you like it. This is the Cheerful Daisies designer series paper. The whole suite is on page 111 in the catalog, 110, 111. So this is the whole suite. You can see a little bit more of the designer series paper here. And I will show you some cards made with this. We're not going to spend a lot of time on it because we're running a little low on time this week, but I will have I will use this in a card class or card club. I have already used it in one of my online classes, so you will see more of it because it's a beautiful set, and I'm having a ton of fun playing with it. So hello, Terry, welcome. Just taking a look at the Cheerful Daisies designer series paper. So lots of beautiful flowers on this one. And this is sort of, in my opinion, what was kind of an unlikely combination. Copper Clay, Pretty Peacock, and Lost Lagoon. And I wasn't certain about that. This is Lost Lagoon. This actually is probably closer to Azure Afternoon. I don't have all those. Oh, I do have all those colors here. I still have my cardstock sitting here from the other day. No, it's not really Azure Afternoon, is it? I think it's a lighter version of the Pretty Peacock or Lost Lagoon. I don't know, but it's pretty. I like it a lot, more than, as I say, an unlikely combination. But I really like it. It just sort of caught my eye. And then this one is another one of the greens. So we've got a lot of green and yellow, and here we've got green and more the taupe pebbled path in the background there. And then this is the Moody Mauve. Then there are two pieces that are sort of different in that they don't have the pattern all over. We've got these beautiful daisies on the boho blue, and you can cut this and make daisies in sky or whatever you wish for cards. And then we have this piece, which has card fronts all laid out for you. So you could stamp an image right on there. This could just get mounted and be a card, as could this one and this one. And then some beautiful background pieces and accent elements. So super interesting piece of cardstock there. And then whoop, flip, sort of a almost a marble like effect on the back with just one or two colors. So great for background pieces or framing or whatever you like. So that is the Cheerful Daisies paper. And since I promised some cards, I have these cards. These actually were part of my Stamp a Stack that I did a couple of weeks ago. So I didn't make these just for my kickoff, I will confess, but they are relatively recent, obviously, since this is all brand new. Excuse me, dry throat. I haven't had a lot of water today. Do you get busy and forget to stop and have a drink of water from time to time? Yeah, it's kind of been my day. So anyway, I used 4 different pieces of the designer series paper that we just took a look at. And these are the dies from the Cheerful Daisy suite. And the stamp is from the stamp set. So lots of pretty stuff there. This, oops, can you see the embossing there? These little flowers. These are from the set of 3 embossing folders from the Basics 3D embossing folders that are available as part of our online exclusives. So that's one of them. And those are awesome embossing folders. Okay, next up, this is just a ton of fun. The Zoo Crew suite. Where did my catalog go? These are just some quick peeks at some catalog things here. So you can spend as much time as you want going back to take a longer look, but look at this. Is this not just like a ton of fun? Look at all these little guys. All sorts of critters doing absolutely everything. And the dies, there's a die to make curtains. And you can see them here. So these ballerinas are performing on a stage, and just lots and lots of fun things in this suite. So here is this designer series paper. So these are all of the guys that are traveling. We've got roller skates, scooters, bicycles, power scooter, or a little motorcycle. They're all on the move. And these guys are obviously ready to party. Look, we've got the birthday banner, we've got cupcakes, we've got presents, we've got balloons, we've got streamers and noisemakers. This is the party crowd. And then we have the, what do you call these? The crafters, the homebodies, I don't know. We've got the reader, we've got the baker, the knitter, the artiste, someone practicing some yoga. Look at that sloth. Hello, Donna, welcome. So these guys are just hanging out at home doing some crafting and some baking and things. Then we have the musical crew, and these guys are playing all sorts of different instruments. We've got an accordion, there's the singer, the bongos, the banjo, a little flute or some sort of pipe, and then lots of music notes from those guys. And then, of course, the performers that we saw on the stage, all these ballerinas and dancers, and they look more graceful than they probably are, but who knows? And then for the outdoorsy type, we have the hiker and the campfire, the skunk who's doing a little bit of bird watching, catching butterflies, just all sorts of outdoorsy stuff. So this is for everyone that loves outdoor activities. And these all, when you flip them, are all black and white patterns on the back. So lots of fun for adding accents to these papers. But these are just so much fun. And again, from my Stampa stack, I sort of put out the designer series paper and let everybody just fussy cut whatever they wanted to create some cards. So here was some inspiration that I shared with everyone. Mix the colors. I did two with the green, and then this is lemon lime twist and pool party and pumpkin pie. I think it's lemon lime twist. It would tell me in the book, wouldn't it? I should double check. Yes, it is lemon lime twist. My eye does not completely detect lemon lime twist and parakeet party yet. It will get there, but it's not quite there yet. They are quite different when you put them side by side, but when you're just looking at one, I still sometimes not positive which one it is. But this is lemon lime twist and pool party and pumpkin pie. So these or this designer series paper package, if you're looking to just make a bunch of fun cards, this is what you should be going after. So we'll move from fun to beautiful. How's that? This is, whoops, I should show you in here, page 62, the Countryside Inn Suite. Okay, so this is this has got to be in one of my top lists. This is probably my favorite designer series paper. Not that I want to influence your decision at all, but you can tell me which is your favorite. But you know me, I love my blues. So yeah, I love it. This is the stamp, and it is a very interesting stamp. It is one stamp. So it's just one stamp that stamps all of these patterns, and then the dies that go with it in the suite, cut them all out, and you can cut them single or double or whatever you wish, or you can just cut this shape. You may have noticed the shape on the daisy cards that I showed you first. The designer series paper was cut with these dies, and I have more of these to share with you today. So see them there. So it's very different from a number of the sets that we're used to, or most of the sets that we're used to, but very interesting. And I have been playing with it a little bit, and so far I'm really enjoying it. This is your favorite DSP, Donna? Mine too, hands down, because it's got such beautiful colors, and there's so many nice DSP packages, and so many that I do enjoy, but the colors in here just, they make my heart happy. So we have some pretty flowers. We have some bunnies. Look at the cute little bunnies on this paper. We have some doves on this one. Just some circle patterns. Some foxes, cute little foxes, and then some trees and leaves and some more flowers and things. So that is the first side. I may need to, well, no, you can kind of see, can't you? So the back is definitely, less picture, more background. And this one, I have used it, not a whole lot yet. To me, this is just very vintage wallpaper. And so I haven't quite decided, but I love it. I love the colors. But certainly this would make a nice strip on a card as well. So lots of, and I really like, I don't know, it just, these, maybe because of the color. And that looks very gray there, doesn't it? It's boho blue, and it is definitely blue. There, the color's a little bit more true. I'm not sure why it looks quite gray there, but it's not. It is definitely blue. So there we go. So that is 3 more packages of designer series paper. And I am going to do a little bit of playing with that countryside in. So here's one of the cards that I have made. And here you can see that I cut, so I stamped the whole stamp, and then I cut 2 dies worth. Does that make sense? So rather than using 1 die side by side, so I used the largest die, and then rather than using the next largest die, I went down a second one. I can't seem to get out of here. And I cut the inside there. So this is 2 wide. Okay. So there we go. That was how I did that. You can do them singly, you can do them double, whatever you wish. But that was how I did that one. And then these are the daisies again, but I cut the top layer from the designer series paper. Just for something different. And then this, I put this somewhere in so that I could tell you what it was. Here it is. It's all good. Because this is not in the catalog. This is another one of the online exclusive products. It is gold and silver 1/8 inch trim combo pack. Oh, that's a lot. That's a big name for thin ribbon. But what it is, and I haven't opened gold yet, so it's not falling off the roll the way silver is. It is gold and silver. Ribbon comes in a combo pack. You get both of them. And it's just lovely thin ribbon that you can use for all sorts of things. Adds a little bit of sparkle and bling to your cards. And that is available as an online exclusive product. You can only find it online. You won't see it in the catalog, but it is available. So if you're shopping in my store, you will find that. This die is from the daisies, okay, as are the daisies. So there is one of the cards. And then I thought that I would play with some of the dies again, and I've got a lot of this made, but and the raccoon. And I was just going to bring in some of my Stampin' blends and add a little color. So this is what am I looking for here? I am looking for light boho blue. Okay, and I am just going to, it doesn't tend to go through, but I will just put it in anyway, just in case. It does bleed through to the back of this paper that I'm coloring, but of course that's fine. I'm just going to color this little raccoon in some of the blues because why not? I'm sure I've seen blue raccoons in my neighborhood, probably eating my garden. Actually, it's not the raccoons that eat my garden, it's the rabbits. We have a lot of rabbits in our neighborhood. They do get into the gardens, and so everybody's garden has some kind of fencing around it for anything that they will eat. But they ate my crocuses this season. I was very sad. I saw 3 crocuses for 1 day, and then the bunnies came by and ate all the tops off of them. It was very sad, but they're bulbs, so next year they will have another chance, hopefully, to grow again. Okay, this is light balmy blue, and I'm just going to color this mask with this. A lot of tiny coloring. I didn't think it would take too long, so I thought I would go ahead and do it. And then we are going to come in with a dark boho blue and color his belly. Whoops, that's the thin end, which I could use, but then it would take even longer. And I'm going to use this. And then we have dark blueberry bushel. So I just wanted to go in some accents. Scale. Give this a little bit of color down here. Go. And we'll make his paws dark as well. So there we go. A little bit more. Okay, so there's our raccoon. So this is the designer series paper. So I left the balloons because they were already colored, but I've added color to what was the white raccoon. So certainly you can add color to the designer series paper if you wish. And actually, I think I'm gonna put this on here. And here was my thought. I think I'm going to put this down in the corner just because I can. I just somehow I had this thought that I wanted to do it a little bit non-standard, and I thought, oh, maybe I could put it on off kilter, so to speak. Just going to bring this over here. This paper is good because you can line it up on the dots and get it straight. There we go. And then I put that there, and this guy can pop off the top. I'll put these guys on with dimensionals. Oh, and I had, look at this gingham ribbon. This was in the last catalog as well, but it has carried over and it is just so darn cute. I just thought it should go with the raccoon. Maybe there. We might put them there. Okay. So let's get some dimensionals onto this guy. Oh, black on black. It's a little hard to see. I'm just going to pick that up so I know where I'm putting these dimensionals. Maybe I'll put it over here for you so you can see what I'm doing. Some small ones to go down towards the corner of that. And towards the corner of this. So if you haven't heard, I've just done one post so far, but designer series paper is going on sale for the month of June, June 1st through the 30th. Pretty much all the regular designer series paper will be on sale for 15% off. So it does not include the specialty papers, and I'm not positive because I forgot to double check whether it included the all the colored packages. It may. I'm just not certain because I forgot to specifically look. So, but it's 15% off, so that is marvelous. Somebody asked me a little while ago if they were going to do a designer series paper sale again this year because we had one last year. And I didn't know because Stampin' Up hadn't announced it yet, but now they have. And now, of course, I can't remember exactly who asked me that. So I'm trying to tell everybody so that I cover all the bases and I mention it to the person that had actually asked me. So it might have been someone on the team. So I did tell everybody on my team right away. Hopefully Hopefully whoever was wondering knows at this point. Look at that. Ooh, little bit different, but I'm liking it. So sad to hide this DSP sometimes. There's so many pretty sides to it, but it's okay. What's showing is also lovely. Put this right into the, there we go. And look, again, I did not grab an inside piece for that. Yeah, so I will have to add that afterwards. Look, I did do this one though, okay? I get half marks because I got this one done. I just forgot to bring an extra piece for this one. So there we go. And you could add some gems to him, but I'm not sure. He's got ribbon, he's got balloons, he's got a lot going on. That may not need any more. But. And then we have one more card, and this is the make and take for today. So if you have been following along, you know that each day this week I have done a make and take. And so there will be 4 cards, and you can have the 4 card package of make and takes for free if you place a minimum $35 order from my online store. And to qualify, you must use the current host code, which you will find in the description for this video. And it's also on my website. It's just the current host code. So if you place a $35 order, minimum $35, it can be more. I will send you the card kit for all 4 of these cards, absolutely free. And I can show you, because I kept them here so I could show you. This was the make and take from yesterday, and this was the make and take from the first day. So those are the first 2, and this one is the 3rd, and then there will be one more tomorrow. So at our team meeting last night, we did a technique together that was a lot of fun, and then somebody mentioned that they had been doing a lot of heat embossing lately. I thought, oh my, I haven't done heat embossing in a long time. So I have actually stamped these and done them with white heat embossing powder. So this sentiment is from the Something Fancy stamp set, and I'm using with deepest sympathy because we all need some of those sometimes. And then the flowers were from the Two-Tone Flora. And both of these sets were in previous catalogs, but they've carried over into this annual catalog. And so it's great to pull out things that you already have and mix them with some new things. So Misty Moonlight cardstock is one of the in colors that has come back. So that's an old product brought back, and now it's new again. And this is the Countryside Inn Design a Series paper. This is the new boho blue ribbon that we looked at the other day. And then these are stamps from last catalog. 2-step stamping. So I stamped with boho blue and Misty Moonlight, and then they all have white heat embossing. And then I'm just going to do my sentiment. This one is boho blue, and I was thinking for the second one, I might do it with Misty Moonlight. We'll see. If I mess up, I have an extra one ready here, but it's boho blue, so we'll see what color ends up on the card. Depends whether I mess up my stamping here or not, doesn't it? Okay, I'll do my best not to mess up. I have to get my head in so I can kind of make sure it's straight. And I'm stamping closer to the right side because I'm going to put my flowers onto this sentiment piece. And so it's a little crooked, isn't it? We're going to turn it over. We're going to try it once more before we abandon ship. Okay. See if I can tell straight. It's so hard when you're on an angle. I'm not, you'd think with all the practice I get, I would be better. That's much better. Okay, we'll use that side. So it will be stamped with Misty Moonlight. Okay, I'm just going to clean off my stamp here. And then I do still have boho blue ribbon because this ribbon is not available in Misty Moonlight. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on here. This ribbon is available in all of the in colors, though, all the new in colors. As I say, we looked at a few of these the other day, and I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. I use the dimensional to help hold down my ribbon. And look, I have some of these long guys, which will be perfect for this end. There, look at that. That's what the edge bits are for. To go spread the sticky a little bit further. Okay, we will get this onto our card. Back in. See if I can get this relatively centered. There we go. And then what I'm going to do with the flowers is I'm going to put a dimensional under the top part, and then I'm going to use some liquid glue on the bottom part, and I've cut some of these in half just so I don't end up, I don't want dimensional on the dimensional part. Does that make sense? I'm just going to put a little bit of glue down at the bottom here to hold that. You know what? I did this before. It sticks better if you take the back off the dimensional. I get so excited about my liquid glue, I forget that I need to make the dimensional sticky as well by taking the backing off of it. Okay. Down here. That. And here. And I'm just sort of hovering it over where I'm going to put it so I can sort of see where to put my dimensionals and then where to put the, and you want to do that so that you want it to sit flat on this part because it is already raised. And then you have dimensionals out here so that it is even and so that your card is all flat and not, not all lumpy and bumpy. Okay, and then I have some iridescent pearls, and I put them out here on this card, and then I just added one here because it just seemed to need something. I think I'm going to put all of them onto my sentiment piece on this card. I think that's the better way to go. If there is a better way, I'm sure you could do it either way. There, that's how we're doing this one. So there we go. There is your make and take. I will send you white cardstock for this. You can stamp whatever flowers you wish or whatever pattern you wish and hand cut them or die cut them depending what you have in your stash. If you don't have the two-tone Flora stamp set, not a problem. Use whatever you have. And same with the sentiment. You don't have to have the something fancy stamp set. You can use whatever sentiment stamp you have. But I will send you the paper to create all of those and the die cut for this, the ribbon, the whole 9 yards, along with everything that you need for the other make and takes as well. So today's question, we haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at them yet. I was hoping, I don't know whether you heard the doorbell ring earlier or not, but while we were here, my doorbell rang, and that was the brown truck that delivers beautiful, fun things. And one of the things that is in there is a whole bunch of gems because I had not ordered a whole lot of these gems. I think I've shown you the adhesive backed solid gems in the lemon lolly, boho blue, and copper clay. And then, of course, we have used the in color gems in all 5 of the in colors. We used those on the very first day for our in color card. But those are the only new gems that I've been able to share because I didn't have any others. And there are a number of gems that have carried over, but I wanted to share some of the new ones. So in the box that's at my door, there's new gems. So we will look at them tomorrow. But today's question is, what's your favorite gem or ribbon? Your favorite embellishment, basically. So do take a look at the catalog, give it some thought, and if you want to answer today, certainly you may. And if you want to wait until tomorrow till you've seen some of them up close, I understand. That's okay. I will let you. You just need to make sure that you answer before next Wednesday, because that's when I will be doing the draw. So there you have it today. Some more of the Designer Series paper, a very quick look at a few more sweets, and then some crafting with the countryside in. And now there's comments. I need my glasses back on. What did we say here? Okay. Too many today to decide. Oh, okay. Well, do your best, Terry. That's your homework. There you go. You have to go back and take a look and decide again. Anyway, thank you so much for coming along on my crafting adventure today. I hope you're enjoying the catalog and Crafting Chronicles this week. And I look forward to crafting with you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.